Well, hello, and welcome to the Garden at Nonsense Farm. It's been a while since I did a garden tour, and so I thought I would bring you up to date with everything going on in the garden. As a reminder, I have 19 raised beds, 8x4 raised beds out here at the farm, and then I have 5 more at my home in town. This is the first bed that I built. It's an herb garden. Here we've got some yarrow, tarragon, which is taking over the world, sage, dill, oregano, and thyme. Oh, and chives. Oh, and there's some dead parsley. Parsley doesn't like the hot weather. This bed looks a little chopped up because this morning I came and cut all the herbs down and fed a big pile of them to the chickens. This bed I just harvested all the garlic out of, so it's empty. And this bed has really never had, I don't think, much in it. This is chamomile. And then down here I planted some ginger root. I have no idea if that's going to do anything. It hasn't sprouted yet. Here we have lima beans. I didn't plant a row down the middle because it said to plant the rows 2 feet apart. I may regret that. But anyway, lima beans. Here is a massive cucumber plant. And we've only gotten a couple of cucumbers off of this, and we never find them until it's too late. Anyway, help me look for some cucumbers. Found one. See? Way too big. Over here I have a pickling cucumber plant. So this plant doesn't grow as big and the cucumbers aren't as big. Now I harvested a lot of this stuff this morning, so there won't be any there right now. There's onions, the tail end of the onions. Almost all those are harvested. With these cucumbers, I'm constantly putting these vines up onto the arch because that's the whole point of having the arch here, right? This next bed, these are sweet potatoes, and then those last few onions there, we'll pull those out when they get ready. Here's a few more onions. You know onions are ready to harvest when the tops fall over, so these aren't quite ready yet. This is calendula. I guess maybe it doesn't like it hot or something. This is my first time growing it. It was looking great, not looking so great now. Here's sauce tomatoes, which I have harvested gallons and gallons and gallons off of. Pro tip, harvest tomatoes when they're just barely blushing like this and get them inside so that the critters don't get them. Because everyone likes a fresh tomato. This giant arch here has got cantaloupes growing up both sides. And it's done pretty well. Here you can see how big this cantaloupe is. There's one there. Let's see. There's another one under there. There's another one and another one. There's another one. Here's another one. This is a particularly fun bed. We've got zinnias on this end. We've got baby zinnias coming up, but then the trellis, the archway that comes on this bed, it has loofah on it. And this plant is so much fun. Let me turn that hose off. So the loofah that you use in the shower, it's a plant. A lot of people think that it's sea life, but it's not. So you see these gourds here? When they fully ripen and mature, they are loofahs on the inside. And it's the heat of the day right now, so all the blossoms aren't out fully like they are in the morning and the evening, but every kind of pollinator is all over this plant all the time. It's so much fun to watch. This is Echinacea. So I've never grown that before either, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. These are dahlias. Also never grown those before. This is a year of firsts. Isn't that pretty? This is another pickling cucumber plant. I've gotten quite a few off of that one. The next two beds are cherry tomatoes. I didn't end up with any slicing tomatoes this year because I planted those plants too soon and they died in a late freeze. That is the continuous tale of woe with growing tomatoes. At a certain point, you just get tired of picking cherry tomatoes and you just let the birds have them, and that's pretty much where I'm at. This bed right here is ready to be turned over. It was yellow squash. Here in Texas, we struggle with squash bugs and squash vine borers, and anyway, that's done. Over here is zucchini. It's actually doing better than the yellow squash did. In fact, there's a few to harvest, so let's go on a treasure hunt. Great. See lots yet to come. Still a little small. We'll let them get a little bigger. Probably half a dozen. This bed won't last very much longer. Here we have some more zinnias. I just left to put a pop of color everywhere. And then this bed is very indicative of me and gardening. So I apparently planted green beans here. Then I forgot that I planted green beans and I put sweet potato slips in there. So the sweet potato slips will make sweet potatoes. There's no question about that. I don't know what the green beans are going to do. If the sweet potatoes will smother them or what, I don't know. So that's all the existing beds out here at the farm. Let's take a look at the ones in town. All right, here we are at our in-town garden, where it all started. There are 5 beds back here, plus blackberry bushes. Here we've got sweet potatoes and basil. Sweet potatoes here. Sweet potatoes here. And these are Brussels sprouts. See? Sweet potatoes here. And sweet potatoes here. And this bed of sweet potatoes is special because I made the sweet potato slips myself. If you notice they all look a little droopy, it's because it's very much the heat of the day, and that is how things are here in Texas. So there we go. All right, back out to the farm for the big reveal. So I'm a big fan of raised bed gardens because the weeds are easier to control. You control the soil better, and I just love it. But I have all these 13 acres, so why not try and grow even more? So I've had this silage tarp on this area for a long time. All of the weeds under it are gone. And so tomorrow, the tiller is going under the tractor. I'm going to just, loosen up the soil that's under here. Then I'm going to row by row make a path and then a planting row, and then a path and then a planting row. I won't get it all done in one day because it's only me. And so I'm just going to have massive amounts of space to grow crops out here. So I'll be able to donate even more, and who knows what all will happen. Thank you for joining me on this garden tour. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And sign up for my newsletter at nonsensefarm.com. All right, thank you very much. Bye.